Alright guys, welcome back to another trade plan. Today is the 8th of October. This is going to be the trade plan for the 9th of October. Now, today we had a pretty decent um, trend day to the obviously to the upside. I did have a nice little runner on the NQ. I captured about 50 points on this long right here of the zone. So it was a pretty good day for me. We did pretty much what I expected. We were bullish above this level, bearish below it. Okay, we opened inside of that imbalance that I mentioned to you guys. And as you can see, look, we kind of rejected it. Okay, we didn't fill it in. Okay, this is still technically an open imbalance. So if prices do come inside here, they will rotate. Okay, but as you can see, we rejected completely from this imbalance, meaning these prices up here are accepted. Okay, when an imbalance gets rejected, that's a good bullish sign, okay, or bearish if it was on the downside. Okay, so look at what happens. We trade above it. Okay, we kind of bounce inside between the point of control and the imbalance. Okay, we reject the imbalance and then we just have a rally. We had full buying volume on the entire day. So longs are pretty much supported the entire day if you were following that. But anyways, let's jump into the analysis. Okay, we did, and as I mentioned yesterday, this selling that we got yesterday wasn't anything that I would have liked to see if I was a bear, if I wanted to become a bear, or wanted to participate in any selling moves. All right, and mostly due to the fact that this day was very emotional, and so like I said, this and and also, and just to add one more thing, also the point of control on all of the indices stayed on the upper end of the range, which is not a good sign because if prices were really going to be accepted lower, you would have seen this point of control um, maybe down here somewhere, okay, maybe closer to the middle, but not on the top side of the entire range. Okay, so that was a very bullish sign. But but anyways, today was kind of not kind of, it was a trend day, but it wasn't like a very clean trend day, I would say, on the ES. You guys can see how this action here, we have like a single print here, and it just kind of looks kind of very ugly. Um, so this is just kind of telling us that the auction is still not finished at these prices. So if prices do come down below the low of day, so below 34.17, um, all this kind of area up to 3400 is likely to trade. Fill this in, and then maybe continue going higher. But we're going to use the point of control as our baseline. Okay, we're going to be above equals bullish. Okay, this imbalance, we are going to move it down here. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the ES. I mean, everything else is pretty much the same. So if you want to take a picture of the levels, you can go ahead and do that right now. Now moving on to the NQ. Again, same idea as the ES. Okay, we're going to use a point of control. Okay, now I want you to note one thing. Look at this poor low on the NQ. This is a very strong signal that prices are likely to go to the upside and continue the auction, okay, to fix this auction. Okay, when this is unfinished business up here, this poor high is unfinished business, prices are likely to trade higher, okay, and fill in the tail or whatever needs to happen. Okay, and obviously if prices are accepted higher, then you will see some action building up here and then maybe continuing. But in the very short term, you expect prices to fill in. Okay, this is what you see when you get a very poor low like this. I mean, poor high like this. kind of what you want to expect in the near future. All right, let me mark out the poor high, and then we can move on to the YM. Now let me just add very poor high. All right, I'll give you a second to take a picture if you want to take a picture. All right, let's move on. Last but not least, the YM. Okay, the same thing as the ES. We traded outside of the imbalance. We kind of rejected it completely, and we just saw higher prices. Okay, again, same thing here. The point of control remained at the highs, near the highs, okay, which is a bullish sign. Okay, so we are pretty good to go on the YM in terms of upside. Okay, now we move this lower, and that's pretty much it. We do have a poor high up here. As you guys can see, the high of today was pretty much the same as the high on the 16th. And so when you get that action, it's obviously like a longer term poor high, and so obviously you expect prices to go higher following the establishment of a poor high. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the analysis. If we do open, in which we are very likely to open near the highs or even gap up tomorrow, then just kind of watch for prices to hang around. You don't really want to see any sort of sell-off at the open. If you see some sort of sell-off at the open, um, then you should be watching this point of control on all three. Watch the point of control, and that should be able to hold. If the point of control doesn't hold, very likely we just kind of start trading and go to this imbalance and fill the imbalances on all three indices. So that's pretty much what you want to look for tomorrow. And if you have any questions, you guys know where to find me on the free Discord right here. So just shoot me a question or even DM me if you want. But yeah, thanks for watching.